All right. Ready? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Chief Sean Barnes, S-H-O-N-B-A-R-N-E-S. I'm the Chief of Police for the Madison Police Department. I'm joined today by Assistant Chief Brian Austin, Madison Fire Assistant Chief Chase Stedman, Special Agent William Fulton from the ATF, Supervisory Resident Agent in Charge Peter Jenkins from the FBI, Robert Payne, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, FBI Milwaukee Division, and Samba Balde, who is our state representative for District 14 where this incident occurred. I want to start off by saying that there is no room for hate or violence in Madison. In fact, there's no room for hate or violence anywhere in our country. Hate or violence do not advance any cause, and unfortunately, we're investigating the fruits of hate and violence in the form of an arson, where a specific nonprofit group was targeted for their beliefs regarding the issue of abortion. We understand that emotions are high on every side of this issue following the recent news involving the United States Supreme Court. Here's what we know thus far. Shortly after 6 a.m. on Sunday, May 8th, a passerby headed to Madison's airport noticed flames coming from the Wisconsin Family Action Office. The area is very close to the Madison Police Department's North District, and our officers arrived to the scene moments before the Madison Fire Department. Our responding officers observed smoke coming from the building and a ground level window which had been breached. Madison Fire Department was able to put out the fire within 5 minutes after their response. Special thanks to our fire department. Fire investigators located an incendiary device, sometimes referred to as a Molotov cocktail, inside the office. We're still working to determine what type of accelerant was used in these devices. We collected multiple pieces of evidence from the scene, and these items were turned over to our federal partners for processing. As much as we wish we could be able to solve this case today, the forensic process must take time, and we must now wait for those results. While we wait, we are combing the area and searching for digital evidence. We're asking people to call us if they have information regarding this incident. No arrests have been made at this time. We're encouraging anyone with additional information to call our Crime Stoppers number. That number is 608-266-6014, 608-266-6014. But most importantly, if you see something, say something. If you can't remember that number, please call 911 if all else fails. Now, we have time for a few questions, but please keep in mind that this is an active investigation, and I will not be disclosing any of our investigative leads. Are there any questions for myself?
Sir, your release here, the written release is that there are several device sets, plural. Receiving graph says one Molotov cocktail. Are there multiple incendiary devices that were unleashed on this building, or is it one?
We found two.
Two Molotov cocktails?
That's correct.
Is it believed that that fire was caused by that second device that was located on the premise?
That's part of our investigative process. We're not exactly sure if that actually caused it, but that will be part of the investigative process.
Chief, do you have any suspect or suspects at this point?
At this time, no arrests have been made, and we do not have any suspects at this time in custody.
Any video evidence, any surveillance video, any clues that have assisted you in the past 24 hours?
Yeah, certainly we're combing the area looking for any video evidence, or what we call digital evidence. We ask our community that if you've seen something, please give us a call. If you have a business that may be near this area, please give us a call and let us know so we can come by and maybe take a look and see if we can find some evidence of who may be responsible for this.
For the federal agents, how big of a problem is this at the state level? Have other abortion clinics or pro-life groups been targeted in Wisconsin?
At this time, we have no further leads on any things that have occurred of this nature in the state of Wisconsin. This is our first one that we're responding to with our state and local partners and our federal partners, ATF. And again, I mean, we're looking at this from the lens of this is First Amendment protected right. People have their opinions. And when we violate that and we use a criminal activity or violence in that nature, the FBI and our federal authorities will look at that for all federal statutes in which to investigate.
What federal charges may come up with this?
It's an ongoing investigation, sir. We're in communications currently with the Western District United States Attorney's Office and discussing that as the investigation unfolds.
Is a potential hate crime charge or enhancement being discussed either at the federal or state level at this point?
At this time, sir, no further comment. We would have to take this as the investigation unfolds, and we will use any and all federal statutes available.
Yeah, Chief, I have a question. There's been some skepticism about the nature of crime, and that there's been some theories out there on social media that it could have been an inside job. Is there any indication of that whatsoever?
I have no indication that this was an inside job. The person who owns the building wasn't there at the time, and so I don't know. And there's always going to be conspiracy theories around these things, but I can tell you that there's no place in Madison or anywhere else for this, because it could have gone differently, I think, if someone had been there. So no, I have no information that that's true at all.
Chief, any word about heightened security around organizations like such?
Yeah, one of the things that we did immediately following this particular incident was to make our officers aware. We are aware of any organization within our city on either side of this particular issue, and we do what's called keep check buys or surveillance as much as we can for any of these particular areas, because the idea is to prevent the next one if that indeed is the case.
Chief, is this being investigated as a terroristic threat?
It is not.
Chief, can you give us perspective history as far as acts of violence or potential graffiti that have targeted both sides of this debate?
To my knowledge, since I've been here, I've only been here for about a year and a half. This is the first that we've had. I think that the recent news from the Supreme Court has certainly heightened people's awareness of this particular issue, but I do not have any information about that. I can do some research and I'll get back with you on that. But I don't think this is something that we see often a lot here in Madison.
What's your message to Madison residents?
Sure. The message to Madison residents is that there is no place in Madison for any type of hate speech, for any type of violence, or any type of property destruction to advance any cause. And if you're thinking about doing something like that, I would recommend that you not. It doesn't look good for your cause. It doesn't look good for our community, and that's not what we expect. One of the things that I really like about Madison is that, we expect to live in a safe community. We don't expect these things to happen in Madison, and I don't think any community expects it to happen there, no matter if you're in Madison or you're in California. That's not the community that we want. And so my message is, if you know something about this, please give us a call so we can make sure that those persons who are responsible are held accountable. And if you know someone who may be thinking about doing something like this, please give us a call as well so we can prevent it. The best way to respond to crime is to prevent it in the first place.
Will this for sure be federally charged?
I cannot answer that question, whether it will be for sure federally charged.
Are you aware of any additional threats at this time?
No, I'm not aware of any additional threats.
Has the FBI or any federal agency gotten any heightened sense or any heightened alerts as far as being on the lookout for organizations that may do stuff based on the Supreme Court decision?
Not at this time, sir.
Chief, given what you know and what you've seen so far, how difficult is this going to be to solve?
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. I mean, we solve cases, based on forensic evidence, digital evidence, and most importantly, through the cooperation of our community. And we have a great community here in Madison, so I do anticipate that we will be able to solve it. We want to take our time and make sure that we do it correctly.
As for the ATF, the Molotov cocktail that was used, or actually both Molotov cocktail, how dangerous is that as far as igniting the entire building? Is it pretty?
We won't comment on that. Okay. Thank you so much.